Breathing. It's something we do without even thinking, a natural, automatic process that happens every moment of our lives, yet it's essential for life, a fundamental process that sustains us from our first breath to our last. Every cell in our body needs oxygen to function, to thrive, and to carry out its specific duties. The respiratory system is our body's intricate network for obtaining this life-giving gas and removing the waste product, carbon dioxide. It's a marvel of biological engineering. Like a finely tuned machine, each part of the respiratory system plays a crucial role in keeping us alive and functioning. From the nose and mouth to the lungs and diaphragm, every component has its unique function. Imagine our bodies as vast, complex universes, each cell a tiny star, each performing its own vital role. Just like stars need fuel to burn bright, our cells need oxygen to create energy. This energy powers everything we do. This process, known as cellular respiration, is what allows our bodies to move, think, and even dream. It's the engine that drives our very existence. But just like stars produce waste products, our cells also produce carbon dioxide, which needs to be expelled to keep the system running smoothly. This is where the respiratory system steps in, a complex and elegant system that ensures a constant supply of oxygen and the removal of carbon dioxide. It's a delicate balance, a dance of life that happens with every breath we take. The journey of a breath begins with the nose, our prominent facial feature. More than just a sense organ, the nose acts as a gateway to the respiratory system and our body's own personal air conditioner. As air enters the nostrils, it's met with a labyrinth of nasal passages lined with tiny hairs called cilia. These cilia, acting like miniature brooms, trap dust, dirt, and other foreign particles, preventing them from entering our delicate airways. But the nose does more than just filter the air we breathe, it also warms and humidifies it. The nasal passages are rich in blood vessels that warm the incoming air, while mucous membranes add moisture, preventing our airways from drying out. This conditioning process is crucial for optimal lung function, ensuring that the air reaching our lungs is clean, warm, and moist. From the nose, air travels down the pharynx, a muscular tube that connects the nasal cavity to the larynx. More commonly known as the throat, the pharynx serves as a passageway for both air and food. Located at the bottom of the pharynx is the larynx, also known as the voice box. This cartilaginous structure houses the vocal cords, which vibrate as air passes over them, producing sound. The larynx plays a vital role in speech, allowing us to communicate our thoughts and ideas. But it also serves an important protective function. A small flap of tissue called the epiglottis sits above the larynx, acting as a gatekeeper. When we swallow, the epiglottis closes over the larynx, preventing food and liquids from entering the trachea and lungs. After passing through the larynx, the air enters the trachea, a sturdy tube commonly known as the windpipe. This crucial part of our respiratory system acts as a passageway for air to travel from the upper respiratory tract to the lungs. This flexible yet robust structure is responsible for funneling air to and from the lungs. It ensures that the air we breathe reaches the lungs efficiently, allowing for the vital exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The trachea is held open by C-shaped rings of cartilage, providing structural support and preventing it from collapsing. These rings are essential for maintaining the trachea's shape, especially during the process of inhalation and exhalation. Imagine these cartilaginous rings as the hoops of a vacuum cleaner hose, maintaining the airway's shape and ensuring the smooth flow of air. Without these rings, the trachea could collapse, obstructing the passage of air and making breathing difficult. Lining the inside of the trachea is a layer of mucus and cilia. This mucus acts as a sticky trap for any remaining foreign particles, such as dust, pollen, or bacteria, that may have bypassed the nose and throat. The mucus traps any remaining foreign particles that may have bypassed the nose, while the cilia beat rhythmically, sweeping the mucus and trapped particles upward towards the pharynx, where they can be swallowed or coughed out. This coordinated action of the cilia is crucial for keeping the trachea clear of debris. This continuous cleaning mechanism helps to keep our airways clear and protects our lungs from infection. By ensuring that harmful particles are removed from the respiratory tract, the trachea plays a vital role in maintaining respiratory health and preventing infections. Section 5. The bronchial tree, branching out. Upon reaching the chest, the trachea divides into two branches called bronchi, one for each lung. These bronchi further subdivide into smaller and smaller branches, forming a network of airways known as the Bronchial Tree. Imagine the Bronchial Tree as a vast network of roads, branching out and delivering air to every corner of our lungs. Each branch of the Bronchial Tree leads to smaller air sacs called alveoli, where gas exchange takes place. As the bronchi branch out, the cartilage rings gradually diminish and the smooth muscle layer becomes more prominent. This smooth muscle is capable of constricting or dilating, regulating airflow into the lungs. During exercise, for example, the bronchi dilate, allowing more air to reach the lungs to meet the increased demand for oxygen. Section 6. The lungs, our body's bellows. Finally, we arrive at the lungs, the primary organs of the respiratory system. These paired sponge-like organs occupy a large portion of the chest cavity and are responsible for the vital exchange of gases. The lungs are encased in a double-layered membrane called the pleura. The space between the layers is filled with a thin film of fluid, which reduces friction during breathing. Imagine the pleura as two wet glass slides stuck together. They can slide easily against each other, but it takes effort to pull them apart. Inside the lungs, the bronchioles terminate in tiny air sacs called alveoli. These alveoli are the functional units of the lungs, where the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs. Section 7. Gas exchange, the vital trade. The alveoli are surrounded by a dense network of capillaries, the smallest blood vessels in the body. These capillaries are essential for the exchange of gases, playing a crucial role in respiration. The walls of the alveoli and capillaries are incredibly thin, allowing for efficient gas exchange. This thinness is vital because it minimizes the distance that gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide have to travel. Oxygen from the inhaled air diffuses across the thin alveolar walls and into the surrounding capillaries, where it binds to red blood cells and is transported throughout the body. This oxygen is then delivered to tissues and organs, enabling them to function properly. At the same time, carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular respiration, diffuses from the capillaries into the alveoli, where it is exhaled out of the body. This removal of carbon dioxide is crucial for maintaining the body's pH balance and overall homeostasis. This exchange of gases, known as diffusion, is driven by a difference in partial pressures. The process is efficient and continuous, ensuring that the body receives a constant supply of oxygen while expelling carbon dioxide. Oxygen has a higher partial pressure in the alveoli than in the capillaries, so it naturally moves from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. Conversely, carbon dioxide has a higher partial pressure in the capillaries than in the alveoli, facilitating its movement out of the bloodstream and into the lungs for exhalation. Section 8. Oxygen, fueling the body's fire. Oxygen is essential for life. It's the key ingredient in cellular respiration, the process by which our cells convert glucose into energy. This energy powers all of our bodily functions, from muscle contractions to brain activity. Without oxygen, our cells would quickly shut down, and we would die within minutes. The respiratory system ensures a constant supply of this life-giving gas, delivering it to every cell in the body. Oxygen is transported throughout the body by red blood cells, which contain a protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds to oxygen in the lungs and releases it to the tissues, where it's needed for cellular respiration. Section 9. Carbon dioxide, a waste product with a purpose. While carbon dioxide is often thought of as a waste product, it actually plays several important roles in the body. It helps to regulate blood pH, stimulates breathing, and even acts as a vasodilator, widening blood vessels. However, too much carbon dioxide in the blood can be dangerous, leading to a condition called acidosis. The respiratory system helps to maintain a healthy balance of carbon dioxide by expelling it from the body. When we exhale, the diaphragm and intercostal muscles relax, decreasing the volume of the chest cavity. This increase in pressure forces air out of the lungs, carrying carbon dioxide with it. Section 10. Fun facts about breathing. Here are some interesting facts about the respiratory system. We take about 20,000 breaths per day. The surface area of the alveoli is about the size of a tennis court. The lungs are the only organs that can float on water. The right lung is slightly larger than the left lung. We lose about a cup of water per day through breathing. These facts highlight the incredible complexity and efficiency of our respiratory system. Section 11. Protecting our precious breath. The respiratory system is a vital but often overlooked part of our body. It's important to take care of our lungs by avoiding smoking, air pollution, and other respiratory irritants. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and good hygiene practices can also help to keep our respiratory system functioning properly. By taking steps to protect our lungs, we can ensure that we continue to breathe easy for years to come.